Express, bred for greatness.
Snow is once again falling over Kentuckiana. This was the scene from downtown Louisville today as the snow turned the metro into a winter wonderland. Now, as the snow clears, the temperatures will continue to fall, and we are looking at bitter cold temperatures with afternoon highs only reaching the teens. Hello, and thanks for joining us here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieterer. Meteorologist Danielle Moss joins us now from the Weather Center. And Danielle, this is some dangerous cold we're talking about.
It is. It's dangerously cold outside for sure. And we're going to be in this kind of dangerously cold pattern until at least almost the end of the week. Here's a look at your current satellite and radar. As you take a closer look, there's still a few snow remnants making its way throughout Kentuckiana right now near the Ohio River in Newcastle. That's the remaining of the snowfall. Over the next few hours, we're starting to see things kind of taper off and completely stop. Here's a look at your winter weather advisory. It is until 7 p.m. tonight, so not too much longer in that winter weather advisory. But the next step will be this cold weather advisory. You can see the entire area will be under this advisory until 1 p.m. on Monday. Here's a live look. It is an absolutely gorgeous night. Not too many clouds in the sky in Jeffersonville. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Over the next 12 hours, our temperatures are going to fall in a hurry. In fact, at midnight, it will be 11 degrees, and that's not factoring in what it feels like. You can see that those wind speeds are definitely going to play a big part in what it feels like. And right now, even at this very moment, it feels like 6 degrees in downtown Louisville. Feels like 2 in Scottsburg and around 4 degrees up in Madison. This is just the beginning of it. Tomorrow highs will be near 18 degrees. We will have plenty of sunshine, but it will just be very, very cold. The wind and this Arctic blast that we are tracking is going to be sticking around for a good time. The good news is we're going to start to see all this cloud cover and snow moving out of here. We're going to have beautiful sunny skies. Just make sure you are prepared for that brutal cold that is on the way. Have more details coming up.
Danielle. Local hardware stores are still restocking winter weather essentials following the first round of snow that we saw this winter. You can see stacks and stacks of ice melter here at the Preston Highway Ace Hardware. We spoke with Cody Harmon from Ace Hardware today, who tells us there are 3 key things people buy when the snow starts coming down.
It's sleds, shovels, and salt, and you get bombarded with that. And like the rest of the store, nobody even walks the rest of the store. Everybody's in panic mode, you know.
And when it comes to your home, drip your faucets to help prevent pipes from freezing. Keep cabinet doors open so the heat from the house can reach the pipes too. Remove outdoor garden hoses and cover those hose bibs to give them added protection. And with these cold temperatures, know where your water shutoff valve is if your home does spring a leak. New tonight, a child is dead after a car crash in Brandenburg, Kentucky yesterday afternoon. Kentucky State Police say Kevin Owens was turning left from KY 313 into the entrance of River Ridge Plaza when he turned into the path of a dump truck. Owens and his juvenile passenger, both were not wearing a seatbelt, were taken to the Harrison County Hospital in Corydon, Indiana, where the child later died. The driver of the dump truck was wearing his seatbelt at the time. KSP is investigating the crash. And we now know the names of the 2 people killed in a December shooting where 5 people total were shot. Morris Felton and Craig Robinson died from multiple gunshot wounds after the shooting on Garland Avenue back in December. Police arrested Abraham Bellata in connection with the shooting. Court documents say Bellata shot into the garage and hit multiple people. 3 other people were also injured. He's being held at Metro Corrections on a $1 million bond. After temporarily shutting down overnight, TikTok has been restored for users in the United States. This afternoon, users of the app were greeted with this message welcoming them back to the platform. The message specifically thanked President-elect Donald Trump for his efforts to bring the social media platform back to the U.S. Thanks to a new law, TikTok technically had until today to sever ties with its parent company or be banned. Biden had already said he would not enforce the law and instead leave that decision to the Trump administration. Despite that, TikTok went dark around 10:30 last night anyway and said they were working with Trump to bring it back. Trump told ABC ABC News in an interview Saturday that he's likely to grant TikTok a 90-day extension to avoid a ban in the United States. And Trump is planning to hold a rally in D.C. tonight that TikTok CEO plans to attend. The CEO is also expected to be at Trump's inauguration tomorrow, which has been moved indoors. Trump is already planning to sign a series of executive actions on day one, including moving ahead with a campaign promise of mass deportations for people who are not in the country legally.
There's going to be a big raid all across the country. Chicago is just one of many places.
Sources familiar with the matter say Trump's team has also drafted a list of potential pardons for January 6 defendants as soon as tomorrow. Well, many have the day off tomorrow to honor the life and legacy of civil rights advocate Martin Luther King Jr. It's a special day for many across the nation, but for some in Louisville, he symbolizes a fight for equality that's still going on today. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester heard from local civil rights leaders on how those struggles look today.
Ahead of celebrating the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr., Gospel Missionary Church remembers the civil rights leader in their service.
First place is we RAD in 1968. The RAD broke out.
While community advocate Bishop Dennis Lyons says the city has come a long way from the issues of that time, like segregation, we still struggle with issues of equality.
We are still dealing with the struggle of racism. And we're still dealing with the struggle of poverty and economical depravity.
Through his work in the community, Bishop Dennis Lyons says he's seen these economical struggles cause violence. He hopes the issue of violence will start to be resolved with the consent decree, a document that would implement police reforms for LMPD. It's in federal court right now. Its future uncertain.
Dr. King said we cannot depend on any other entity outside ourselves to bring about a change for the black people. We must pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps and write our own Emancipation Proclamation. I think as we come upon Martin Luther King celebration, we have to take that statement to heart.
Remembering Martin Luther King Jr. and sharing a message with Louisville to endure and overcome as the fight continues. In Louisville, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 1119 on your side.
And we're taking a live look now where Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester are right now, where many have gathered at Whitney Hall in downtown Louisville to honor Martin Luther King Jr. this evening. Keepers of the Dream, a community celebration of Dr. King's vision, returns tonight with performances, visual art, music, and more from local organizations. And Clarice will have more from the event tonight on the WHAS 11 night team.